everyone, this is Emma Carino here and welcome to my channel. I will be testing out the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I am a full coverage foundation girl, so when I saw that, I just had to buy it and I really wanted to try it out. Just a little overview of my skin. I am yellow to golden undertone, sometimes olive works for me. And I have oily skin. Not only do I get oily, but I also get oily very fast. And what I look for in foundations is a full coverage, the longevity, and how it looks on my skin. So pretty much everything that we look for in a foundation. So this foundation retails to $36. I purchased this at Ulta. And my shade is 3.02 skin tone medium, and the undertone it has is a neutral olive. If you want to go ahead and look at the timestamps from below, you can go ahead and click to that, but we will go ahead and start with this foundation. The primer that I'm going to be using is basically the primer that I've kind of been reaching for a lot lately, and that is the Innisfree Pore Blur Primer Base. Don't mind my dog, y'all. I am crate training her. If you're worried about layering your skincare and having it pill on your face, it's not going to do that. However, I did do my skincare like 10 or 15 minutes before putting on this primer. Again, I got the shade 3.02 in skin tone medium, and it has the undertone of a neutral olive. So I'm going to be using a M439 Morphe brush, and I am going to apply this all over my face. I'm not going to be doing no half C's because I love giving foundations to truly shine through with the everyday products that I'm using. I give maybe like half of a dime size for this, and it is looking like this is gonna be a little bit lighter. It has a very moussey texture. It's not like it's not liquidy, and it's a very thick consistency, I can already tell. And wabam, that is holy coverage. Oh, I think I put a little bit way too much. Okay, so right away that freaking covered like the little acne scars that I have. So I know I have a patch of foundation, but this is half the face that I haven't spread the foundation, and this is the spreaded foundation. So from looking at the mirror, it doesn't really match me well. It's looking a little bit lighter, so might have to trade in the shade, but let's see if it oxidizes or not. I did the whole like shade range and shade finder because obviously we can't sample stuff right now on our skin. So I had the little Sephora trusty on there, so let's see if it works out. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side now. And it was sitting on my skin for a bit, but I could still blend it. This is very easy to blend, I can tell you that. And you really do not need much. You get a whole 1 fluid ounce, just like your standard foundation size. So that's good to know because I am actually using a lot less than I thought I would need. This is looking bomb on my skin. This is looking very nice on my skin. I am loving it so far. It's like it legit like smooth out my face. I don't know if it kind of conjuncts with the primer, but I am loving it. Okay, so before I try to admire my face, of how my face is looking right now, I'm gonna stop because I'm just gonna keep going, like looking through my mirror. right away the coverage is up there for me. Usually I apply like a matte concealer beforehand to cover up my imperfections, but this is the type of foundation where I do not need to do that at all. And then I usually have a lot of problems blending out my foundation around my nose area. It starts to kind of like seep through the little cracks, and then like it just looks like a dry desert land, and this smooth all over those cracks, and it just kind of, it's very seamless right now. Like my whole face is seamless. As far as the feel of it on my skin, I can kind of tell that I do have foundation, but not as bad as I thought it would be, since this is such a thick foundation, but I do not feel it. It's definitely, does it say it's weightless? Okay, well, it doesn't say weightless anywhere here, but oh, it does. Okay, weightless feel and oil shine control. This is pretty good. I don't want to touch my face yet, but this is a really good, comfortable feel for me. Another problems that I usually have is right here. Like, I don't know what it is, but I have such a different texture of skin. Oh, I just touched it. I just have such a different texture of skin, like right here on the inner corners. And whenever I would apply foundation or my other foundation, it would just kind of, it looks like it's sliding off, and then the redness kind of peeks through. And with this one, it, like the same as my nose, it just covered it all. So I am going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and I will check back with you guys. This is my boyfriend's iPad, but it is 9:55. Okay, all right, so I've put on every single of my go-to everyday makeup products. The setting powder that I used is the Dermablend Professional. This is in their translucent one, and I only applied it on the where I would apply my bronzer, and also in the areas that I get really oily, which is like right here. Like I collect a lot of oils right here, middle of my forehead. And I also set my eyebrows because I need a set eyebrows to do any type of brow product application. As far as all the other products that I put on top of this foundation, it just blended seamlessly. And then the bronzer that I use is by Fenty Beauty. This is in Island Ting. And it's such a gorgeous bronzer. I'm in love. And then for my lips, for my eyebrows, I use the Colourpop Precision Brow. I have like 5 of this for backup because it just does the job for me. For my lips, I overlined my lips with Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the color Nude Brown. And then one of my favorite go-to lip product is the Too Faced Peach Puff in the color, I think this is Brunshin. Again, it was 9:53. That was the timestamp that I will start my countdown on, and I will see you guys in a little bit with a check-in. And my goal is to have this on for the rest of my day, so we'll see how it goes. Hey, so I just want to show you guys how it looks in natural lighting. It is now 2:15 in the afternoon, and I know it's a little bit early to check in on you guys, but I noticed a couple of things already with this foundation, and it's only in the 3-hour mark. I don't know if you guys can see through the camera. I hope you can. I started to have creasing underneath my eyes, and I'm also starting to get oily already on the inner corners of my nose area, and also my forehead. So basically where I usually get oily. As much as this foundation claims to be 24-hour or oil-free. I'm not seeing that in just a 3.5-hour mark. So I'm going to do a lot of moving stuff from my other house, and I'll also be in the humidity in a Georgia humid area, so I'm kind of scared how this will hold up. But everything else, I haven't touched up my makeup except my lip stuff. But yeah, this is how it's looking, and it's okay, it's all right. Okay, so I'm doing another check-in because I actually just went out of my house and into like the humidity and the heat, and I am looking so freaking shiny. Even my boyfriend agreed. And he also said that I have like dry patches here in my mouth area, and I didn't even see that in my initial check-in. It's just going downhill from my very first check-in, and I don't know how this is gonna hold up for the rest of the day, but I will check back with you guys again. This is the final check-in for this foundation. It is 7:34 p.m. and I have been wearing this for more than 9 hours, less than 10 hours. Yeah, okay, so I have a couple of thoughts. I remember my little creasing action happening over here. It's still there, which this is like such a strange, weird thing for me to happen because this never happens in any of my foundations that I use. Even my CC cream or BB creams, however moisturizing it is, I feel like it just wasn't dried down enough. That's why it caused the creasing. So there is separation in the inner corners of my nose on both sides actually. And then I'm pretty oily, I would say, and I also got oily very fast with this foundation. I did a lot less things today than what I would usually go through, which is like work and working out and all that. And so I got to think about if I apply this foundation in my normal daily life, then I'm pretty sure it's not gonna last as I would want it to. My forehead looks good. My smile lines are pretty good. I also set this area right here pretty good, and it's still like made me oily as heck. A good thing that did come out of this foundation is the coverage and how much the coverage like stayed on. As far as like it being transferred onto, it's not transfer proof whatsoever. Throughout the day with this foundation, it just feels more and more makeup-y, and it felt oily very fast. I'm going to give this one more chance with another primer of mine, and that is the Rimmel London Stay Matte primer. That usually works best with like every foundation that I use because it really does have that stay matte, and the longevity of my makeup lasts longer. So I am gonna try it one more time with that primer. But as far as like wanting to keep this as my everyday foundation, it's a straight no for me. I have very high standards with my foundation. It has to have that oil control power. The coverage just is like a bonus for me, but what I really need is this foundation is not giving it. So am I going to return it after I use it with another primer? Let's see how that works out. But I am in like I'm like in an 85 to 15% right now as far as like returning it. I am going to end this video on this note, I hope you guys enjoyed that Smashbox foundation journey that I had throughout the day. And if you guys would like more videos like this, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.